Quinn considered this entire charade to be ridiculous. He knew the tablet Jane held already had all the information on him from his previous school. They knew he had never possessed an ability. They also knew his financial status would never allow him to buy one. Yet, Quinn struggled with answering her question. He'd done research before coming to military school. Unlike Peter, he knew the military gave all students without an ability their first ability book. Everyone received a level 1 Earth ability book. This simple act indebted students like Peter to the military. The military also held nearly all the Earth-type ability books and the corresponding skill books. If Peter wanted to get stronger, he would need the military's help to do so. If he ever crossed them, he would be helpless. Only yesterday, Quinn would have accepted the bargain. An Earth ability was useful, even if he never grew past the initial book. Earth abilities were helpful in the construction industry, even at lower levels. With a book like that, Quinn could have a future. Unfortunately, that plan was no longer possible. Quinn already had an ability, even if he didn't know what it did yet. If he accepted the Earth ability book, he wouldn't be able to use it. It was useless to him. The tablet in Jane's hands reminded Quinn of something else. The military kept tabs on everything. If he took the ability book from her, they would expect him to use Earth powers sooner or later. There was only one option. Quinn took a deep breath. I don't have an ability. Just like before, the hooded figure plucked the book from out of thin air. The figure handed Jane the book. Her eyes were cold and emotionless as she handed the book to Quinn. He knew she only saw him as another pawn to be used. Quinn took the book from Jane, uncertain of what would happen next. A screen appeared before him, taking him by surprise.
Unable to learn this ability. Would you like to convert the book into 10 XP?
Quinn had expected the system to display the first message, but the second one took him by surprise. He wanted to take the book for the XP, but he knew there would be too many questions later. Quinn handed the book back to Jane. I'm sorry, but I don't want it. The instructor's eyebrows twitched. This was the first sign of emotion from her. Never in her career had someone rejected an ability book. Interesting. Give me one moment. Jane walked away from them. The other students all looked at Quinn. He knew they thought he was weird, but he didn't see any other options. Jane touched a communication device on her ear. She was far enough that the students couldn't eavesdrop. She spoke as soon as the line connected. A student by the name of Quinn Talon denied the ability book. I await instructions on how to deal with this outlier. A long pause followed from the other side of the line. She began to speak again when a voice interrupted her.
No need to force him. Let him take the test and report back if he shows promise.
The man on the other end of the line hung up before Jane could say anything else. He wondered who this Quinn was. Would he prove to be an interesting student? The man checked Quinn's file for clues. It left him more puzzled. The student had no ability. He also had no connection with the pure faction. The man leaned back in his seat, smiling to himself. Let's see how long you can survive in this cruel world without an ability, Quinn. Sooner or later, you'll come crawling back to us. Jane adjusted her suit and headed back to the group of students. Apologies for keeping you all waiting, Jane noted stiffly. Then she turned to Quinn. Although you don't wish to accept the ability book, you're still required to take the test. Quinn found this to be quite a bizarre request. Why make him take the test? Did they just want to humiliate him? Quinn knew this had to be it. They wanted to make him feel small. Maybe then he'd come begging for an ability book. Please follow me. Jane walked away from the group again. She took Quinn further out onto the field. Quinn noticed huge craters and burn marks on the ground. They looked to be recent signs of combat. He reasoned that these were left by the previous students who took the test. Whatever was coming looked intense.
Please proceed to destroy the targets in front of you as quickly as you can.
Jane instructed him.
The test will begin immediately.
3 targets popped out of the ground around Quinn. They were metal round targets with a red dot in the center. Quinn wanted to hit them quickly. He knew this was his one chance not to be a level 1 again. There was just one problem. He couldn't see a damn thing. His perfect eyesight wasn't so perfect anymore. Is this because of the sunlight? Quinn couldn't waste any more time thinking about it. He had to act. Quinn ran to every target, hitting them one at a time. He did it as quickly as possible, but his sluggish feet felt like weights dragging him down. He did not make good time. 2 more tests followed. Next came the strength test. All he needed to do was punch a machine that measured his power. Quinn gave it his best shot. He hit the machine with all his might. The machine vibrated for a moment. It made a small beeping sound. Quinn waited with bated breath. This would determine his future at the school. The machine finally displayed a number. Jane noted the number down on her tablet.
Strength score 5.
Quinn cursed under his breath. He needed to do better with the last test, otherwise he'd be bullied all over again. A circular machine appeared out of thin air. It hovered above the ground in front of Quinn. Holes appeared all around the machine. Quinn had no time to figure out what was happening. The test started. The machine fired holographic spikes at him. Quinn had to dodge the spikes for as long as possible. The machine got faster with every second. Quinn felt slow. He couldn't catch his breath. A moment later, a spike hit him straight in the chest. The machine whirled to a stop. Jane noted something on her tablet.
Agility score 5.
Quinn heard the words. He knew what it meant. He'd be a level 1 again. Still, part of him wondered, was there a link between how the military scored him and how his system worked? Every score he received matched exactly with the stats his system provided him. It couldn't be a coincidence. Quinn sighed. He knew his scores would have been doubled if he had taken the tests at night. He wouldn't let himself feel dejected. This just meant he'd have to take the tests again. Next time, he'd make sure it was nighttime. Jane nodded, putting the tablet away.
Quinn Talon, your power level is that of a level 1 ability user.
Quinn clenched his fist. He walked back to stand with the others. He knew the days ahead as a level 1 user would be harsh. He vowed to himself that they would also be short.
Wait, that's not the end. You've just had a free taste. Now get the full story on the Pocket FM app, link in description. Check out our next video and playlist, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.